Briggs, artist. Welcome to Conversations. Here we are at Marrickville Metro in front of a mural that you've just completed. Tell us, what's this mural part of?
So this mural is part of a commission from AMP Capital in collaboration with the Inner West Council and the Marrickville Metro, of course. And they approached me they knew that my work was community-based. As an artist, I'm really interested in making connections with the community and that coming out in whatever artwork I produce. So they approached me to sort of, we started this conversation about how could we get something that really connected with the community on this particular wall.
Okay, so tell us the process. What was the process, you as an artist, getting all this information and all this history about Marrickville?
Well, that's a really good question. It's a very important question because, as I mentioned, I'm a community-based artist. So I'm interested in really what makes Marrickville interesting from a community point of view, what makes it a special place, what makes it tick, what's important to people, in this particular place. So what I did was I had a little cart sort of designed, which is on two wheels, made out of timber, and I took it around the streets of Marrickville for 6 weeks. And on this cart, I had like a map of Marrickville. I had asked the question, what is your favorite street and why? And I took it around various community groups, various places in Marrickville, and people stopped and engaged with myself as an artist and the cart. And people located stickers on all of these streets. Oh, yeah, this is my favorite street. And they told me why it was their favorite street. It's got the most beautiful trees, or this is a really important street from a Greek community point of view, for example. So that was 6 weeks that I did that. And there's around about 400 interactions during that process. So I had all of this, that sort of became my cultural brief, if you like, for what needed to go on the wall as part of the artwork. And then I went to, not all of the places, but most of the places that people told me about, and I did little sketches around about A3 kind of size, on location, which is really important because that allows me to sort of interact with the community whilst I'm doing those drawings. And that resulted in some really special moments as well with the community.
So tell me, in all this process, what did you learn about Marrickville?
Oh, so much. I learned that that this artwork is just the starting point. Like, the more I learned about the particular place, the community, the people, the history, but also the future as well. I'm interested in what is the future of Marrickville. I started to understand that this artwork is just a moment in time. It's a stitch in time of what Marrickville is right now. So really, for me, it's an understanding that Marrickville is a complicated, layered, rich, vibrant place and community, and it's actually really quite impossible to have one piece of artwork that sort of describes that. So really, I could do like a series of artworks like this as time progresses and as the place changes and the characters come and go.
And what did you learn about Greece?
Well, there's actually, we've just been talking about some of the Greek references in the artwork, and please come along to the artwork and see if you can find them. Some of them are very, very subtle. But I sort of learned that there's sort of really a powerhouse and a mainstay within the Marrickville community, and it was really wonderful to sort of to attend your book launch at the town hall as well, and start to understand more about some of the businesses that are really important to Marrickville as a place. So I learned that really they're a wonderful, open community, and they welcomed every interaction that I engaged with, and I'm really pleased that some people within the Greek community are represented in the mural.
And tell us, what about the result? This is amazing, right? So
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the results. How do you feel about the mural itself?
I think because the process was so about the community, for me this artwork is not my artwork. It's an artwork that's for the community, and was almost sort of designed by the community in a way through this consultation. So that's the real main aim of the artwork, is to allow the community to stop, look, and engage and learn. That was really the aim. Because in this sort of particular space, it's a big enough space for people to stop and linger. The notion of good public space, a place for everyone, all-inclusive space, is that allows people to stop and do whatever they want to do in a way. So this artwork allows people to walk past, you can engage with it, you can stare at it for an hour if you want, and you'll always find something different. So I think I'm really pleased with the final outcome. But for me, as I mentioned previously, it's the starting point of this relationship that I've developed with the community of Marrickville. Because as I mentioned, it's so layered and it's really richly complicated. It makes me want to learn more.
And like, this is magnificent. It's just just goes right across the entire wall. There must be a name for it.
Well, I've had like about sort of 3 or 4 names for the artwork as the process has evolved, and they've often changed. So I'm thinking the name will be revealed at a later stage.
Richard Briggs, thank you very much for all your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. It's so wonderful to share this story with you and the Greek community and the wider Marrickville community. Thank you.